Hello and welcome. We're at the track covering the sport of kings. Coming up, the 20-year-old jockey Reyan Lewis aces the main events at Caymanas Park after Abigail Able kicks off Saturday's card as she rides winners back-to-back race days. Plus, the champion jockey, the Warrior Chief Dane Nelson, talks to us at the track. And there's a history-making development for Trinidad and Tobago's Triple Crown Series this year. First, though, to highlights from Jamaica's 10-race card on Saturday.
The Howard Phillips Memorial Trophy feature at Caymanas Park, a restricted allowance 5.5 furlong sprint. As many as 4 winners last time out going here. Number 1 Casual Affair at 15-1, the 4-horse Generational at 9-1 odds, 7 Cold Pursuit at 7-1, and also coming off a victory, the Grey Filly, the 10-horse Salvation, the even money favourite from the barn of the maestro Philip Fiani. Here's Bran Rickman's race call.
As they make their way toward the half mile. Highly Blessed is 3 lengths back on the outside of Wojtek, 2 to Awesome Treasure, and 2 1/4 lengths to Generational. Cold Pursuit now beginning to make ground, overtaking XY Soul second from the back, and High Diplomacy is last. They've left the 3, 5/16 to run. Basilicus has now assumed the lead. Salvation on the outside, pressing all the time. They're rubbing shoulders and bouncing as they come into the lane. It's Basilicus and Salvation who continue to hold the advantage as they leave the 3/16th, and now Salvation picks it up. Basilicus fighting on down against the rail. Awesome Treasure asked to close in the purple, racing out wide. Highly Blessed and a Cold Pursuit. Generational will come with a run in the center, but it is Salvation inside the final 16th that holds the advantage. Generational now asked to leap forward along with Cold Pursuit. Salvation driven to the max, joined by Cold Pursuit on the line. It's close, then Generational, Awesome Treasure.
The favourite Salvation battling on out front, but on the outside, the 20-year-old jockey Reyan Lewis, who recently achieved 100 career wins, brings the 4-year-old gelding Cold Pursuit with a terrific late finishing burst, coming from the back of the field down the backstretch to snatch the narrow victory. As the 7-1 bet, the Marlon Biggs owned Cold Pursuit topples the even money favourite Salvation and scores by a short head for trainer Ryan Darby. 1 minute 6 4/5 of a second the winning time for 5.5 furlongs. Lewis would also score in the day's richest event, the overnight allowance 9th race for 1 million Jamaican dollars. That's approximately US 7,000. He is 6th here in the blue silks and yellow cap aboard the 7-2 bet, Prince Charles.
They're followed up by Prince Charles, chased the great 5 lengths off that lead. Rohan Kabir and Wartime run as a team as they approach the half-mile marker. El Professor races down near the rail. Loose Ball has made some ground, and Secret Traveller a long way last. And something looks to have gone awry as they leave the 7/16th and run toward the 3. A Beach Boy continues to battle for that lead. There goes Wilson now scooting by. Prince Charles right alongside as they make their way to the 5/16th. Beach Boy in the yellow silks nearer the rail. Princess Emmanuel looking to split horses. Chase the Great and Legality will come into the lane out wide, but Prince Charles has the first run, holding that lead. Wilson continues to chase. On the rail, that's Beach Boy. Legality in behind them. Over on the far side, Princess Emmanuel trying to get into the thick of things, but Prince Charles continues to hold the lead. Chase the Great now coming wide. It's Prince Charles. Chase the Great trying to close up. Princess Emmanuel is making late progress. Prince Charles driven to the max, hanging tough. The run out of real estate. They can't catch Prince Charles. He wins it over Princess Emmanuel.
The young cousin of 6-time champion jockey Omar Walker gets the job done. Lewis has been aboard Prince Charles for 5 of his 8 lifetime wins for champion trainer Anthony Nunes and ex-champion owner Stefan Narain from TNT. The 5-year-old gelding gets his first win since June of last year with a score by a length and 3/4, clocking 1:19 2/5 for 6.5 furlongs.
He was pulling me to go in front, but I didn't fight him. I just get him relaxed and asked him for the last 2, and he gave me everything.
He's a 6.5 furlong horse, and he loves Reyan, and we finally got them both back together again, and it worked out beautifully.
Also grabbing some of the spotlight on Jamaica's 3rd race meet for 2020, young Abigail Able battling to make her name in the male-dominated field of jockeyship, achieving wins back-to-back race days for the first time in her short career. She's in the white silks here, 3rd and poised to pounce aboard the 8-year-old gelding Top Eagle.
They leave the half mile and spin into that turn for home. Paint This Town Red continuing to do that, opening up a 3-length advantage as they leave the 7/16th. Chased by a Top Eagle right on the shoulder of Treasure Train. These two eye to eye as they leave the 3. Big Black Nation now begins to make gains, needs to find 3 lengths to get to those leaders as they come slipping past the 5/16th. A gap opens up to War Hero, Money Call and Explosive Charge, but the leaders are coming into the lane. They're at the top of it, and the Treasure Train has now taken that lead. Top Eagle continues to attack. Paint This Town Red has kicked over the paint and now begins to fade. On the outside, that's Big Black Nation, but they run toward the furlong pole, and it's a Treasure Train attacked now by Top Eagle. Treasure Train and Nicholas Hibbert, Abigail Able and Top Eagle, and now Abigail Able and Top Eagle take charge inside the final 16th, and once again Abigail is going to be able, and she'll win the first with Top Eagle eased down in the end.
The 24-year-old Abby Able, after winning on the 2nd of January aboard Casual Affair, is efficient and comfortable here after getting past the fancied Treasure Train with Nicholas Hibbert aboard. And wins by a length and a half at 6-1 odds. Career win number 5 this for Abel, and her first for a non-Wayne Acosta trained horse, as Top Eagle clocks 1:24 3/5 of a second for 6.5 furlongs for trainer Welsh Suitor and owner Yehert Miller.
Meanwhile, top jockey Dane Nelson returns to the saddle this weekend at Caymanas Park for the first time in more than 3 weeks, and in a rare interview has been telling us about the injury that threatened his championship bid. Donald Oliver reports.
At the crack of dawn, Dane Warrior Chief Nelson transforms to the embodiment of focus and vitality. Having shared the 2020 Jockeys Championship with Anthony Thomas, Nelson is expected to return to the saddle on January 16. This after missing the last 5 race days due to a groin injury he suffered after falling from his mount Leo on December 23 last year.
I realized that I was feeling a cramp when I fall off the horse Leo. So I guess I stretch my groin. So the blood only flowing one side of my legs. So that keep me cramping. So I reached to the doctor and get result, and he said, well, sit out. So I sit out.
With both Nelson and Thomas unable to ride for the last 2 race days of 2020 due to injury and illness respectively, it meant both ended the year atop the jockey standings on 84 winners apiece. However, for many racing fans, they remain bemused that the fire which threatened to blaze in the final 2 race days of 2020 fizzled into a stalemate.
Well, as I can say, health over wealth. With no health, no wealth.
As the Warrior Chief refocuses for the current season, he has already committed to his fans another memorable year in the saddle.
Hard work bring luck. Once you keep putting in, you're gonna get out. If you plant, you're gonna reap. So don't worry about it. Just keep working and never be too cocky. Never try to get too excited. Just keep your calm, keep your cool, keep your meds and keep focused.
Can they catch Miss Myrtle Ritchie Girl? She's full of run under Dane Nelson. He's using hands alone at the moment as they arrive in the final 16th. Dane Nelson.
Nelson has 5 rides booked for Saturday as he returns to race riding for the first time since the 23rd of December. And while there's been no racing in Trinidad and Tobago since New Year's Day, a pretty important decision coming from the Arima Race Club that for the first time in Santa Rosa Park history, one of its Triple Crown races will be run on turf.
There's the Triple Crown schedule for Santa Rosa Park for 2021, the Guinness on the 31st of May and the Derby on the 24th of September. Both those on the main track, but the middle leg of the series, the Midsummer Classic, will be on the turf course on the 2nd of August. The Arima Race Club president Robert Bernard tells At the Track the decision was made to insert something different to the series in order to create some additional interest.
Of course, this happens in Canada where one leg of the Triple Crown series, the Breeders' Stakes, is run on the Woodbine turf. We've been At the Track, covering top stories and exciting races in the sport of kings. Check us out again next week.